Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to game number 2. It's game number 5 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. It is West Hancock and Illini West in a Hancock County battle. These two teams are going to see each other probably 4 or 5 more times this year, probably. And that may be a bit of a stretch, but they'll see each other in a Hancock County tournament possibly once during the regular season. I think they both play at the Western Holiday Tournament. There's a possibility there. There's just so many opportunities for these two teams to see each other. Coach Vass is with us from Illini Bluffs. Did I say that right? Vass,
Coach
right?
Vass, that's correct.
Okay. I always forget whether it's Vass or Voss. I don't know why.
I'll answer to either one.
You've probably been called worse, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we're here talking about Illini Bluffs' win over the Cyclones. And, Coach, I probably not real happy with your first half performance, but looked a lot better, especially defensively in the second half.
Yeah, I was real happy with the first 5 minutes of the ball game, and then we got lackadaisical. They took a timeout to regroup, and we let off our gas, let off the guard. We can't do that.
So you got two pretty decent teams here, although you kind of ran away from the Chargers late last night. West Hancock is always a formidable foe, though, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, West Hancock's well coached. Jeff Dalton and I have been going at it since the time I was in Hamilton and he was at Warsaw.
Reese Shoup gets the bucket there for the Chargers, and Scott's going to have it on the other side. You've got probably by far the best player in the tournament, I think, in Hank Alvey, and he is getting a whole lot of attention wherever he is on the floor, isn't he?
Well, he's the real deal. He can defend, he can rebound, he can score, and everybody knows he signed with Lehigh, which is a prestigious university out east, and he's going to get a lot of attention, but Hank's up for the task.
Well, you got some kids. The thing that makes you guys so good, I feel like, is there's Carter Barnes on a pass from Gage Scott for the bucket. But you guys have got some really good players besides him that can jump and handle the rock and do some good things.
That's the key to our team last year and this year. We lost Brandon Coates, who was our second leading scorer, but we have Toby Cooper and Devin White in particular and Wyatt Hendel that can all go for 15 or 20 any given night.
Colby Robinson got the bucket there for Illini West. It is 4-2, and I forgot I needed to be keeping the scoreboard. There was an air ball put up.
Nice pass.
Nolan Hurt gets the bucket there, ties it at 4. Early season, you're going to have jitters, you're going to have changes. What has been the biggest surprise for you so far here in the first 2 games?
I think the biggest surprise I've had is the number of turnovers we've committed, and
no basket, a travel.
And, a couple of the let-ups defensively. I know that the guys are, had a good season last year and the expectations are pretty high, but we didn't get there by letting off the gas and not giving us 100% effort for 32 minutes, and that's what they've got to remember. It didn't come easy, and it won't come easy again. In fact, It might be worse this year.
Yeah, it gets harder when the more people expect from you, doesn't it, a little bit?
Yes, it does. I've told kids this, whether it's athletics or academics, everybody says, well, I wish I was that guy. Well, be that guy, and you'll find out it's not easy to be on top and stay on top.
Yeah, that's and you guys have had expectations really since 2 years ago, the first time that we kind of started interviewing all the coaches here, and everybody said, well, they're young. There's a basket by number 12, Aiden Rankin. But everybody looked at you and said they're young, but they're going to be good by the end of the year, and they're going to be good. So that pressure has been on this group of kids for quite some time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The West Prairie coach said to me, he said, we beat you over here 2 years ago, and then later in the year in the regional, you beat us by 30. And I said, yep, that was that team, and they were all freshmen, sophomores. Well, now they're juniors and seniors, and it's time to correct some of these mistakes that I mentioned and play a complete game. And to beat teams like West Hancock and Macomb and Bushnell-Prairie City, we're going to have to play a complete game, and we haven't done that yet.
Hurts' 3 was in and out that time. He's going to track down his own rebound. It takes the kind of kid, and I understand that, but how hard is it to come to a game against a team that you should beat by 20 or 30 to play up to the level that a team like you have right now is capable of playing?
Well, again, that's a maturity thing, and they've got to learn to do that. I relayed to them when my Hamilton team was up 25 at halftime one time, and Kurt Meister said, Coach, we're up 25. And I said, yeah, you are, but you won't be Tuesday night when you go to Dallas City. And it's not good enough effort. It's not about tonight. It's about working and building for future goals, and that's what we talked to the kids about tonight. They've got to have the maturity to understand it doesn't matter who they play, what name is on that jersey. You got to come out and you got to be consistent. You got to play IB basketball every single night.
And that's really the key to this early season tournament, right? Is you don't get a whole lot of practice, but you got to learn some maturity, learn to work through some problems probably, and build on what's going to happen the rest of the year.
Right. You play every single night except Thanksgiving, and that's family day, of course, and that's what we told them. It's not about – we told them that coming over here. It's not about even the wins and losses. It's about getting better every game. In our case, we expect to try and win those games, but it's really about improvement. That's why you play round robin, and that's why everybody wants a lot of games this first week. Find out where you're at. In small schools, it's hard to simulate that with your sophomores and juniors.
6-6 here as Gage Scott hits the bucket. So, having said all that, where do you think you are after 2 games? Are you where you need to be, where you wanted to be after 2 games? I know you're not where you want to get to, but are you kind of where you thought you'd be?
No. We're not as refined as I thought we would be. We played pretty well this summer, and I know it's summer ball, it's a lot looser, but we didn't commit some of the issues that we've committed here these first 2 games, and that's just the difference in having the crowd in here, having your parents and grandparents, and again, those big expectations. Nesto Sports didn't do us any favors giving us a #1 ranking right off the bat. You know, most of my teams throughout my career at AC Central or at Hamilton or Central Lee in Iowa, we were not ranked, or we were ranked, you know, maybe in the top 10 or 15. And by the end of the year, we were beating the #1, #2 teams. What happened here is we've got these guys, you know, they're kids, they're humans, and it's kind of went to their head a little bit, and they, you know, that's part of my job is to kind of squeeze that back down a little bit and get them back to reality that every one of these teams is going to give you their best effort. They're going to give you their best game. Some of them might be some of the best they play all years when they play against you, because they're going to use you as a measuring stick, and so you got to step up and you got to play to those lofty expectations, and that's not easy to do when you're 17 years old.
Yeah, putting a big X on your back sometimes isn't the most fun thing in the world, but should help you down the road, hopefully, as you move through, through the season, into the postseason, and you get to see some really good teams. I know you're going to be at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. We'll be covering that exclusively this year. So that's going to be a great tournament, I think, as they have a turnover and back the other way. The Titans with a 1-point lead. And a basket is good. So you work through this and you get to the tournament, and then it kind of becomes conference. And at what point do you start setting up for the postseason? Yeah, obviously you're building through the year, but is the tournament a time to start setting up for that since you're playing multiple games in a game?
I think every time you play a tournament, there's some aspect of that, you know, one and done kind of aspect. But as far as peaking, I have always never really wanted my teams to peak until about, 1st of February going into the tournament. And, you know, we do try to hold them back a little bit on that. And hopefully we'll be able to do that this year. We've got Rock Ridge over at the Great Western Shootout. Then we go to Macomb. Then we'll have our own ICAC tournament over at Peoria Heights, Peoria Christian this year. And last year, if you want to say when did we realize how good we could be, is when we beat Chicago Bogan over at Metamora at the Redbird Round Ball Classic. So, you know, I think that's where we're going to be headed for. Try and get better all the time, but we don't want to be playing our best ball until after February. Valentine's Day, basically.
So I won't let you go until I know you weren't necessarily completely happy with the game today, but if you had to pick one player, who would it be that impressed you for you guys outside of Hank Alvey, of course?
I think Toby Cooper, because Toby just does so many things for us defensively, offensively. He had 13 points the other night. Tonight, I think he only had 7, but he showed a lot of guts. He came in and played on a twisted ankle. He made a lot of good defensive plays and offensive assists, and just all-around good player. But again, we had 1, 2, 3 guys in double figures, and Toby was in a bucket. So, if we can have 4 or 5 guys in double figures, we're gonna be tough. But the big key again, and this goes back to Toby, is we gave up 6 points in the first quarter. We gave up 4, and we gave up 4 in the third and fourth, and that's where he shined.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. As the Titans starting to go on a little bit of a run here against Illini West. You've seen Illini West. You got West Hancock yet to come. what do you see that you think is going to be the biggest issue with West Hancock?
Well, West Hancock's got a little more size, and as always, they're always good outside shooters, and they handle the ball. And the one thing about Jeff Dahl coached teams, or even back when Reno Pinkston was there, they don't hurt themselves very often. They usually do not turn the ball over. They take care of things. They play basic fundamental basketball. And again, as we're trying to create havoc and play a defense that gets people out of their game, that's going to be the toughest part. We got to get them to, as John Wooden used to say, you got to keep the pressure on until they feel the emotion, and that's going to be our key if we're going to beat them.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow night if you got time.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate the coverage.
No problem. Coach Vass talking to us on the little bit of an impromptu post-game / pregame / current game show. As it is 14-8, and the West Hancock Titans are on a 8-0 run, and they are really putting it on the Chargers at the moment. And offensive rebounding has been the key to that, as we got Luke Little back under the headset. Here goes Robinson's going to drive in. Siegfried is going to get the foul. It'll be foul number 2 on the Titans, and
that'll be Siegfried's second foul.
It was kind of back and forth early, and then the Titans stepped up the tempo defensively, I felt like, and it was really the difference, and dropped a couple threes.
If you're a fan of basketball, this is a great game to come out to, not only because this is a big rivalry between both of these teams, but also because they are very competitive. This is a very physical style of basketball and very fast pace. 14-9, Colby Robertson, 5 points on the game. He's heading to the line. This is a great game so far. I'm loving Cooper Knowles in this game right now. Came in, he's a freshman. He's playing big minutes right now. He's going to be their big guy. They look for the whole entire year. Nolan Hurt also playing some huge minutes, had some mess-ups here and there, but that's going to happen. He's playing some solid minutes as well. This is a really exciting game to watch. Hunter Froman's in the game, lengthy athletic team for the Titans. And that's going to be an easy charge call there against Gage Scott.
Gage Scott picking up the foul there. That was a pretty easy call to make for the official, as he went in there kind of haphazardly, and the defender was set for quite some time.
This game already is very physical, and you can tell by the third and fourth quarter it's going to get even more physical. I wanted to say worse, but these players are going to get chippy. They're going to be talking. This game's going to be a lot of fun going down.
5 seconds left, rebound, and not going to be a whole lot of a good shot here. Oh, maybe there will be. A steal for the Chargers, number 20, Steven Sparks, but he couldn't finish. At the end of one quarter of play, it's 14-10. The Titans lead the Chargers. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titans Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We're here for the matchup between the West Hancock Titans and the Illini West Chargers, rivalry matchup between the two. 14-10, the current score. Titans are leading. Their leading scorer so far, Gage Scott, he has 5 points. For the Illini West Chargers, leading scorer is Colby Robertson. He's got himself 6. Very exciting physical matchup so far. What I'm really loving from both these teams is especially looking at Nolan Hurt and Colby Robertson. Smaller players, but they play more physical than almost anybody else on the floor.
Yeah, Robertson is that way all the time, and Hurt is as well. They get after it. It's Greathouse with a 3 attempt off. No good. Froman tried to tip that one back in, didn't he?
Turns it, tried to save it, gives it right back to the Titans. Big three-pointer here for Gage Scott, misses short. Colby Robertson on the rebound, fast break, 3-on-2. Nolan Hurt behind. Almost big block by Scott, no good. Layup misses. Tipping around, big rebound there for Cooper Knowles, gets rid of it. Could have been a foul call possibly, but throws it out of bounds. It's going to be Chargers basketball after the turnover by Cooper Knowles. Tough rebounds, and as we've been saying, physical game. And that ball got tipped around by 5 different hands. Big block there. Gavin Grotehouse stops the 2-point layup from Colin Kerfman. They're on the fast break. Good pump fake by Hunter Froman. Drive here. Grotehouse shoots it. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Foul on Steven Sparks. Team's first, his first of the game. Steven Sparks, no points yet. Gavin Grotehouse, no points as well. That he gets his first right there on that free throw. First points here of the second quarter, 15-10 the score right now. 7:15 on the clock. Very exciting matchup here for game 2. Crowd's getting a little more full. Right in front of us, big West Hancock fan base watching this game. Colby Robertson going to be bringing it up here for the Chargers, guarded by freshman Hunter Froman. Gives it over. This is Steven Sparks with it. Looking around, trying to give it somebody. Back to Colby Robertson. Big facilitator, Colby Robertson. That's going to be a big charge taken. Nolan Hurt stood still like a statue, tumbled right over. He's going to take the charge. Foul against Reese Shoup. That'll be a personal foul, not a team foul.
I can't hear you very well because of our setup at the moment, but I totally thought you said Red Rovers sent Colby right over.
That would have been way too smart of me. I don't know if that would have been smart or weird of me to say. I wouldn't be too surprised, I guess. Gavin Grotehouse with the ball. Nice little jump stop drive. Turnaround jumper, no good. Defensive rebound by Ethan Carlisle. There's going to be a foul here against the Titans. We'll see who this is on. It's on number 30, Cooper Knowles. That'll be team first, his first of the game so far. 16-10 the score, 6:36 on the clock. Chargers 4 timeouts, Titans have 5. They're putting a little bit of pressure here on the inbound. Froman on the ball. Robertson bringing it up. Gets crossed half court, gonna get doubled here. Ball floated in the air for a very long time. Wesley Robertson drive. They're gonna call a push foul here against Carter Barnes. That'll be his first of the game, team second of the quarter. Illini West going to keep possession of the ball here. Titans trying to move to 2-0 before they head into their Wednesday matchup. Cooper Knowles going to take a seat. Cooper Shaw going to come in as his replacement, number 32. Cooper Shaw out on the court.
Knowles played very well in the earlier stages of this game.
Very big minutes, especially from a freshman like him. Hasn't played high school basketball yet. Very big minutes. Very physical. He's a smaller player. Very physical game from him. Reese Shoup with the ball now. Top of the key. Over to Ethan Carlisle. Guarded by Grotehouse. Over to the corner. Nice baseline drive here from Wesley Robertson. Gets trapped. Throws it back up top. Top of the key now is Colby Robertson. Nice little dribble move. Hesitates Hunter Froman. 6 minutes on the clock. Passing it around now over to Reese Shoup. Guarded by Froman. Drive. Jump pass. Over to the other corner. Wesley Robertson now with it. Backs down. Good defense. Nolan Hurt on the steal. Fast break drive here. They got some numbers. Nolan Hurt shot backboard. No good. Rolls out. Defensive rebound. Reese Shoup.
He wanted to get that down to the – everybody was screaming, get it down the court. They had somebody running free, but he just couldn't get a good, clean view of a pass to him. It was a good idea to not throw that and kind of hold things up a little bit.
Over in the corner, Carter Barnes. He's going to go baseline drive. Blocked. Number 24, Wesley Robertson. Big block there.
That was a big-time rejection right there.
Big time. Nolan Hurt.
Poor Chargers cheerleader got hit in the head.
Nolan Hurt has been active on the boards here in this game. They kind of lose track of those smaller players, it seems. Nolan Hurt, big three here. Shot is up, knocks it down. LJ Insurance 3 for Nolan Hurt. 5 points on the game now after that three. Playing some big minutes for the Titans here. The senior, only senior out on the floor right now. Along with Carter Barnes, I should say. Colby Robertson on the drive. Nice little scoop layup. Falls down after bouncing around the rim. 8 points on the game for Robertson. Grotehouse bringing it up. Swings it over to Hurt. Hurt drive over to corner. Saved by Carter Barnes. He's going to get doubled, though. Trapped in the corner, trying to get it out. I think we got a timeout here. Is a timeout from the Titans. 19-12 the score. 4:37 on the clock. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll be back right after the timeout.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back in. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. 19-12 the score. 4:37 on the clock. Nolan Hurt going to be passing it in. Gage Scott subs in as well. And we are underway. 4 minutes left here. Inbound pass stolen away. Colby Robertson. Cooper Shaw, only one defending. Great acrobatic finish there from Colby Robertson. He's now in double digits. 10 points on the game. 19-14 the score. Grotehouse with it. Gives it over to the corner. Scott up to Barnes. Barnes drives on Carlisle. Nolan Hurt, good shot here. Nice, easy floater there for Nolan Hurt. Leading the team in points right now, has 7. Nice little floater shot there by Nolan Hurt. Gets into the lane, getting active. Wesley Robertson with the ball, picks it up. Gives it in to Rankin. Rankin on Shaw. Takes a nice little turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Rankin got it. Out to reshoot, shot. They're going to call a charge. Nolan Hurt, second charge of the day. He's taken that foul against Reese Shoup. That'll be his second, team third of the quarter. 21-14, 3:52 on the clock. Nolan Hurt, another good job at putting his body on the line. Hurt with it, good screen by Shaw. Gives it up top to Grotehouse. A little bit of an motion style. Hurt's feeling it, takes a 3, no good. Rankin gets the rebound. And the Illini West is going to bring this ball back up. Cooper Knowles getting ready to sub back into the game. Most likely for the last 3 minutes of this half. Wesley Robertson with it, guarded by Barnes. Nice pass down to Reese Shoup. Layup good over Nolan Hurt. 2 points for Reese Shoup. He's got 4 now on the game, his first of this second quarter. Grotehouse with it, nice crossover move. Gives it over to the corner, and it was a no-look pass. Scott started cutting up like he was going to find an open spot. He was already in the open spot, though.
Yeah, he threw to where he was, not where he was going.
Not where he was going, that is for sure. Hunter Froman comes in for Carter Barnes as Knowles comes in for Cooper Shaw. Lewis Siegfried still on the bench with 2 fouls, and this is mimicking yesterday's game. Lewis Siegfried had foul trouble in the game yesterday as well.
Well, he plays that kind of game, really physical, in your face, active. And he's going to find himself in that situation occasionally.
They're not all coming on the defensive side either. A lot of them on offense too. Nice pass down low to Rankin. He gets 2 more. Hayden Rankin, 4 points on the game.
Yeah, but when you're active offensively and you push the envelope, that stuff happens too. So that's just the kind of player he is, and I'm sure Coach Dahl understands that and knows he's going to have to live with that occasionally.
Nice shot here. Cooper Knowles under the rim gets 2 more points. They pass it up top. Reese Shoup with it, guarded by Hurt.
Little hip check by Hurt there.
Nice defense. Hurt gets the rebound too after the missed shot. Bounced around the rim. 2:17 on the clock. No, Hurt pushing it up. Gives it to Grotehouse. Jumps off. Back out to Hurt. They're going to call a foul. Hurt airballed it anyway, so you guess he wanted the foul no matter what. Foul on Reese Shoup. His third, team fourth. Looks like Reese Shoup got hit in no man's land, and he's sitting over there on the bench.
Shoup got, when you're walking around with your arms up, we all know what that means.
He's not feeling too good right now. Gage Scott with the ball. Now to Grotehouse. Grotehouse over. They're going to call another foul. These fouls are getting called pretty easy now. Personal foul on Colby Robertson. His first, team 5th. And the Titans, they'll be in bonus for the rest of this half. Free throw by Gavin Grotehouse, no good. He's made 2 already. That one misses. He's 2 for 3 from the line here. Second free throw attempt is up, and that is good. Titans lead 24-18 after the make. 2 minutes left on the clock. Colby Robertson bringing the ball up. Bit of confusion here. Lost audio just for a second. We're going to get our headsets back to working here. Now we can actually hear each other. This is nice. Before we couldn't actually hear each other when we were talking.
You can hear me. Is it not working?
Your mic is now on.
Oh.
You turned it off.
Yeah, I did turn it off. You could hear me. I just couldn't hear you, which I kind of thought was okay. There's a bucket by Wesley Robinson.
Robertson, his first points of the game on the bucket. Three-pointer here. Gavin Grotehouse, no good. Offensive rebound tipped around. Nolan Hurt recovers. He gives it out to Scott. Scott's going to take the open three-pointer as well. That misses. Tipped around. Ethan Carlisle comes down with it. 1:35 on the clock. Nice job by Colby Robertson. Draws the foul. We'll see who this is on. Foul's on number 30, Cooper Knowles, his second, team third. They got 2 more to give before they're in the bonus. They're going to be passing it. They're going to give him on the shot. It looks like Colby Robertson heading to the line for 2. He's got 10 points in the game so far. 1:32 on the clock. Colby Robertson at the line. He's made 2 already, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. First one's up, bounces around the rim, no good. 20-24, the score. Close matchup here. Carter Barnes coming in for Nolan Hurt. Getting ready for the second free throw here. Colby Robertson at the line.
I don't know if I like this being able to hear you thing or not.
Yeah, I think that's how everybody feels listening right now.
I would not. As many people have come up and said you did a great job last night from West Hancock. I don't think that is true.
They're a little biased.
Now that might be the only school that thought you did a
they're
good
a little
job,
biased, I think.
But they said all of them have said you did a great job, so don't say that.
Now Bob Gown did come up, and he is with BPC now, so he.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. I mean, he knows you from over there, so that doesn't count.
Grotehouse with it, kicks it out. Hunter Froman, three-pointer, knocks it down. Hunter Froman, three-pointer. LJ Insurance 3 gets them 3 more points here. His first points of the game, 27-21, 1:10 on the clock. Colby Robertson with it, guarded by Froman. Almost had Rankin cutting behind Hurt. Gonna get it to him in time. Nice spin move. Wesley Robertson, corner 3. Carlisle, pump fake. Over, stolen away. Hunter Froman. 53 seconds on the clock. Counting down, 27-21. Gives it over to Hurt. They're gonna slow it down a little bit.
Now my question is was that like his mom or his dad on that steal?
I don't know if I want to make any more comments. I would foul here
Travel.
on.
They call it travel on Barnes.
We're going to call it travel. Wow. Turnover on the Titans.
I see how you got away from that.
I'm going to stand on my business, and I'm going to say that it was more like Ellie Froman there on that steal.
Okay. That's where I was going to go,
I'm going to stick with what I said before. I'm not going to turn away from it. Colby Robertson now with it.
I'm just trying to get you in trouble right now.
You already did.
How'd I get you in trouble?
Well, he came by, and Mr. Froman was not happy. Hurt with it. Kicks it over to Hunter Froman. Froman up to Hurt. Hurt's going to take this three-pointer. Misses wide left.
He is struggling from the field. He was on fire last night, but from three-point range, the last 2 or 3 he's put up have been air balls, and Coach Dahl's like, maybe you should plant your feet, go up strong. And
get squared a little bit, yeah. He's got 1 made 3 on the game so far. 12 seconds on the clock, 27-21.
Oh, man.
Second quarter. Colby Robertson, nice dribble move up to Ethan Carlisle. Over 5 seconds on the clock. 4, 3, corner 3. Got to come up too. 1 second, comes up. Somehow gets it off before the buzzer. That's the end of the second quarter. We're heading to halftime, 27-21. Titans have the lead.
Hey, I suck at this scoreboard thing. I forgot to change it to the second quarter.
You've been doing that for a lot of the games. I haven't quite told you yet.
Why didn't you catch? You need to just slap me.
I've been changing it every now and then.
Well, you make fun of your principal, and you can make fun of me.
End of the first quarter here. Titans versus the Chargers. We're going to head to a quick break. We'll be back with some halftime stats. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be back.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I enjoy working at MDH because it's a
Welcome once again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here. Right. But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do
right?
you know where that is?
I do. I know where. It's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that you're old. That isn't what I meant there.
There
Bill.
was one. There was an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga.
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Right. So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
that's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
right?
But you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
right.
It's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we are we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. If we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payroll. It's a struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
Yep. You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had 2 questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
Welcome back in. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. Some halftime stats for you guys before we get started here. Let's start off with the Chargers. 2 points, Wesley Robinson. 4, Reese Shupin. 4 to Hayden Rankin. Leading scorer, Colby Robertson with a level 11. Total score, 21. For the West Hancock Titans, 3 points, Lewis Siegfried. 3 to Hunter Froman. 2 belong to both Cooper Knowles and Carter Barnes. 3 points along, Gavin Grothaus. 5 points to Gage Scott. And the leading scorers for the Titans, Nolan Hurt, for a total of 27 points. We're 22 seconds away from coming back here. We got a good matchup here today for you. Game number 5 of the tournament, game 2 of the day here for the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Next, we got the Macomb High Bombers facing off against the home team, the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans. That game will tip off at around 7:30, depending how fast this game goes here. Chargers going to start off with the ball. They won the tip in the beginning of the game. Ethan Carlisle going to give it in to Colby Robertson, and we are underway here at BPC High School. Second half of action here. Colby Robertson with the ball, trying to knock over Ethan Carlisle. A little bit of miscommunication, throws it out of bounds. Gavin Grotehouse, he's going to get the ball after the inbound. A little bit of miscommunication there from Colby Robertson. He's had a good game so far, 11 points on the day, leading scorer for both teams. Scott with the ball, looking around. Didn't have a great game yesterday, but didn't play all that lot either. Carter Barnes with it, hands it over to Scott. Scott back up to Grotehouse, slowing it down a little bit in this motion style offense. No center, no true center down low. Running 5 spread at the three-point line. Good job there by Ethan Carlisle. Gets the jump ball. Lewis Siegfried was jumping in. Couldn't get the ball out to the corner. Carter Barnes was sitting there waiting. Couldn't get it to him. Siegfried passing and then gives it over. This is Gavin Grotehouse. Kicks it out. Stolen away. Ethan Carlisle, fast break. Gets ahead of Carter Barnes. Left-hand layup coming your way. No good. And they're going to call a foul here. It'll be on the floor. Rankin got hit in the face. Fouls on number 12. That'll be Nolan Hurt's first, team first of the game. Well, I should say of the quarter. One team foul now for the Titans here. 7:15 on the clock. Rankin with the ball now, kicks it out. Good tip by Nolan Hurt. It should be Titan basketball, and it is. It was off of Ethan Carlisle. Pass by Rankin over, no good. Good job there by Nolan Hurt to get the defense. Grotehouse going to be bringing it up here for the Titans. When it goes over to the corner, Carter Barnes goes opposite side, gets the ball now, top of the key, drives in. Tough shot, doesn't take it. Gives it over to Grotehouse now. Siegfried with the ball, running their motion, hand style type of offense. Ran this a lot last year. Little high on the pass, out of bounds, turnover on the Titans. No points yet from either team. Minute 10 off the clock.
Heads up in the bleachers.
Heads up in the bleachers. That ball was coming fast.
Coming in hot.
Colby Robertson with it, guarded by Gavin Grotehouse. Nice little drive here. Jump, tipped away, and they're going to call a foul here. Instead, there's a bit of miscommunication here. One ref called for the foul. The other called for a travel. I think the other ref was just mimicking. Thought he called a travel. He did not. Colby Robertson can go to the line for 2. That foul is going to be against Gavin Grotehouse, his first, team second of the quarter.
That looked pretty clean.
I thought it was pretty
got
clean.
Hand, but hand's part of the ball. I thought that was a pretty clean block. But.
First one up and good for Colby Robertson. He's now 4 for 5 on the day from the line. Cooper Knowles comes in for Carter Barnes. Gets some height. Cooper Knowles taller than everybody else on the court. He's held down some big rebounds for them here today. Second free throw good by Colby Robertson. 23-27. They're down 4 here to the Titans. Knowles wanted to set a back screen for Grotehouse. Three-pointer, Gage Scott, no good. Rebounded Wesley Robertson. 6:25 on the clock. Colby Robertson now going to be bringing it up. Gives it over, swinging it around. Now Reese Shoup in the corner, guarded by Scott. Gives it up top. Shoup gives it to Ethan Carlisle. Back to Shoup, guarded by Scott. Nice little turnaround, open lane, blocked by Cooper Knowles. Big block there over the middle. Nobody's safe when he's around. Now with the ball, threw it down, but he hurt himself in the process. Hope he's okay.
He said he hurt himself. He hopped right back up. That's what being young will do for you right there.
Cooper Knowles gets the first points for the Titans here.
Colby Robertson responds with a bucket.
Big dunk, Cooper Knowles. He was throwing them down, some rim grazers last year. Gets this one over the summer, I should say. Gets that one to fall. Big dunk mid-game for Cooper Knowles. Siegfried now with the ball. Hands it over. Grotehouse with it.
He is all arms and legs, Knowles is.
He
is lanky.
No torso on him. He gets the big offensive rebound. Pulling it around. Should be a foul call, and they're going to call it on Wesley Robertson. That'll be Wesley Robertson's second. Team's first. 25-29 the score. I still can't get over that dunk by Cooper Knowles. We haven't seen him put one down. Anybody put one down other than Hank Alvey for Illini Bluffs. Well, I should say Devin White tried to put one down as well. It didn't end up going in.
Last night, from Macomb.
Oh, yes. Dion Doyle.
Leon Doyle put one down last night. And Case tried to, but lost it on the way up.
That is true. Now with the ball, reshoot. Up top, Colby Robertson. 4:55 on the clock. Drives in. Tough shot here. He's going to get fouled from behind, it looks. They're going to call it on Nolan Hurt. That'll be his second, team third of the quarter. Not even halfway through. Already 3 team fouls. They got one more to give before the bonus.
Game's a lot cleaner than it was early stages of the first half. It's kind of cleaned up some.
Robertson makes the first one. I would agree. I thought it was going to get more physical, but it really hasn't been. Maybe as we go on, it'll get worse. But as of right now, it's pretty clean. Jordan Crowley comes into the game, number 44 for the Titans.
Or number 2 in your program.
If you got the program, he is number 2. All these numbers are messed up for a lot of the teams. 4:46 on the clock, 29-27 the score.
Not unusual in early season tournaments.
Titans with the ball. Give it over. Siegfried now with it. Crossover. Top step into the middle. Shot goes in for Lewis Siegfried. Hasn't been too active yet today. Gets 2 more there. 5 on the game now. Crowley guarding the ball. Nice spin move here. Wanted to get it over to Carlisle in the corner. Couldn't. Wesley Robertson backing down Grotehouse. Tough left-hand shot, no good. That's going to be an easy foul call. Hands everywhere. Second team foul against Wesley Robertson. That'll be his third. 27-31, 4:17 on the clock.
Wesley Robinson has been a key part of what Illini West has tried to do. Him with 3 fouls. Do not want him getting his 4th here in the third quarter, as we're still 4:13 to go.
Shot by Cooper Knowles, good. He's taller than everybody out on the floor. That made it look easy. Good pass by Lewis Siegfried on the assist.
I'm sitting by someone right now that would say that height has nothing to do with it.
I think height has a lot to do with it here against this team. Reshoot with the shot, no good. Rebounded Gavin Grotehouse, gives it up to Scott. He wasn't looking, saved by Lewis Siegfried. Still a fast break. Almost could have been a travel call. Ball's on the ground. They're going to call, we'll see what they call here. They're going to call a jump ball. Ball's possession's going to be with the Chargers. Siegfried wanted a foul. A little bit of a mess.
So did Illini West.
Yeah.
They all wanted a foul, not against them.
Trying to inbound it here. They get it in. Ethan Carlisle, a little bit of a mess. Almost went out of bounds. Pass up. Colby Robertson going to be a foul against Jordan Deedy. Not Jordan Deedy, excuse me, old high schooler for West Hancock. Instead, it's going to be against Jordan Crowley. Jordan Deedy used to play basketball.
That's a sign of old age, Luke.
Yeah.
When you're starting to mix names up.
Colby Robertson with the ball now.
You're a big sophomore, right, in college?
Yeah.
I said you're getting old. You're getting starting to mix names up with the old timers that used to play.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to be like you. That's not. Wait.
Hey,
yeah.
I can't argue with that. I mean, it happens. Except it's dads and moms instead of old timers that aren't related.
Yeah. Illini West with the ball. Colby Robertson, nice little drive, shoots it over. Cooper Knowles, big rebound, defensive rebound there by Cooper Knowles. Grotehouse with it now, passes it over. Scott, he's going to take that open three-point shot. No good. Offensive rebound. Grotehouse up again with it off the backboard, and it's good. And one here for Gavin Grotehouse. He's got himself 2 more. Trying to get a third here.
Colby Robertson picked up the foul. It's his second. Team's third of the quarter. And an old-fashioned three-point play. Speaking of old.
At the line, getting
No
ready.
comment.
Hasn't gotten the ball yet. I mean, I've already called you old a couple of times. I won't do it again. Hunter Froman's going to come in here for Gage Scott. He's going to take a seat. So far in the game, Gage Scott only has 5 points, all coming from the first quarter. Hasn't been too active recently on the scoreboard. Second shot, well, finishing shot, I should say, is good by Gavin Grotehouse. Three-point play is good. 2:50 on the clock here in the third quarter. We still got one more game after this. Macomb faces off against the Spartans. The BPC Spartans here on their home court for the final game of the night. Wesley Robertson on the drive here. Good shot. Little English on the backboard. Goes in. He's got himself now 4 points on the game with that bucket. 29-36. Titans can't seem to get away from him here. Drive by Grotehouse. Tough shot. Rolls out. Rebound, Wesley Robertson. Colby Robertson now bringing it up. Euro step. Shot no good. Rankin tried to get the save. We'll see who this is off of. They're going to say it was off. The Titans going to stay with Illini West. Steven Sparks comes into the game for Rankin. He's going to head to the bench. 2:11 on the clock. Colby Robertson going to be inbounding the ball. Looking for somebody to get open. Hasn't seen anybody yet. Gives it up top. Robertson's going to take the three. No good.
You know, Grotehouse may not be very tall, but he's got some ups.
He's got some very large length to him here. Played quarterback for the Titans this year in football. There's somebody who's got some length to him, too, and that's Cooper Knowles. Two more points.
The better part of that was Siegfried's pass underneath, low, and through the lane to Knowles, who was cutting from one side of the basket to the other and came around and got the reverse layup.
If Siegfried sees a window, he's going to try to fit it through, and that works out for the Titans. Sometimes it results in turnovers, but overall, he's a very good passer, has some great court vision.
Wesley Robinson just got his fourth foul. We were talking about that, and we said that 3 fouls, 4 minutes to go. He plays 2 minutes and a half and gets a fourth foul, and he's going to have to sit down, and that is really going to hinder Illini West and what they're able to do moving forward.
Hayden Rankin comes into the game along with Colin Kerfman. Nolan Hurt comes back in for Gavin Grotehouse. As I was saying before, Gavin Grotehouse, quarterback for the Titans in their football season this year. And although that doesn't really mean you have to jump a lot, a very athletic player out there, ran very active with his feet. Very good football player as well. Lewis Siegfried, deep three-pointer, knocks it down. LJ Insurance 3 for Lewis Siegfried. 5 points here in the third quarter after that. 2 threes on the game for Lewis. Kerfman now with the ball, guarded by Hurt. Gives it over. Now Rankin with it. Just stripped away. Lewis Siegfried on the drive. He's trying to draw a foul. No good. Mays makes the layup. Almost rolled out. He's got 7 now on the quarter. Fast break coming back, it seems. Colby Robertson pans it over. Steven Sparks airballs.
He just rebounded that. It didn't jump. He just stuck his arms up in the air because he's so much taller than the people guarding him.
Jordan Crowley, 3, no good. Lewis Siegfried rebound. They're going to call an offensive foul. Are you serious?
They're going to talk about it, I think.
What a call. He got called for one of those the other day. And we were talking about he is a physical player. I didn't see anything other than a normal basketball play. He did extend his arm.
He extends his arm and he lowers. He clears out a lot. He does it very often when he's down in the paint. And most of the time you're not going to get called for it, but that doesn't mean that it isn't illegal. It just means you're not getting called for it. And consider yourself lucky to get away with it. As Froman gets the steal, and there's a big-time hack. And a foul on Robertson of the Colby variety. And Froman, the freshman, is going to go to the free throw line. And Colby Robertson is going to pick up another foul.
His third foul of the game. Froman heads to the line. He's got himself 3 points on the day so far.
So Wesley Robertson's got 4 fouls. Colby Robertson's got 3 fouls.
Reese Shoup has 3 fouls as well.
Some foul trouble mounting for Illini West, and Froman hits the first one.
The only player in foul trouble for the Titans is Lewis Siegfried. He has 3. Cooper Knowles has 2. Hunter Froman here, second free throw. 44-29, trying to extend their lead. Knocks it down. Good stroke there from Hunter Froman.
This was a 27-24 game, if I remember right.
It was. That's a foul against Nolan Hurt there. Don't know if Jeff Dahl's not happy with Nolan Hurt or the call on that one. They're heading to the line. Both teams 5 fouls for the next 33.8 seconds. They'll be heading to the line.
He's talking to the official like he's not happy with the foul call.
Colby Robertson at the line again.
These free throws are huge for Illini West. If they've let this game get away a little bit, they need to take every opportunity to get back into it that they can.
He's 4 for 4 from the line here in this quarter. Misses the next one. Commentator Kerr, sorry about that. Hunter Froman with it now.
Wasn't me, it was you.
Gives it over Carter Barnes. Hop step, now back to Froman. Froman, nice little dribble move. They're going to call another foul against Colby Robertson, and they're calling these fouls easy now.
Well, here's the deal is whether they were calling him earlier or not, it's still a foul.
He's still a foul.
Up there hammering on the kid, and finally they're going to start calling him. And the problem is if you don't call him early and then you start calling him later, it's hard for the kids to adjust. His first free throw by Froman is good. That's the biggest problem with that scenario. However, you saw Wesley get a couple quick ones. You called Siegfried get one. It's obvious they're trying to take control of the game a little bit. Maybe you need to react to that and keep those problems from happening. It is early season, though, for both the officials and the players.
Carter Barnes gets the ball after the missed free throw by Hunter Froman. 15 seconds on the clock, 46-30. Now with the Chargers, Ethan Carlisle, 7 seconds on the clock. Dribbles around, stolen away, Nolan Hurt, 5 seconds on the clock. Will he make it in time? 3, 2, he gets it in. Layup is good. Titans score 48-30. Layup by Nolan Hurt at the end. Gets him a 18-point lead. His first points of the quarter come at the last moments. Really big quarter there from Colby Robertson. Only 8 points scored in that quarter for the Illini West Chargers.
Look.
He is clicking the quarter change button. That is new levels right there.
Step in the right direction.
Promotion coming your way.
Promise?
I can't give those out. Titans up 18 points. Leading scorer in the game so far is Nolan Hurt. He's got himself 9 points for the Titans. For the Chargers, 17 points coming Colby Robertson's way. He got 6 just in that quarter, 4 coming from free throws. West Hancock's going to start with possession here. Cooper Knowles comes into the game along with Colby Robertson making another appearance. I thought they said Wesley Robertson was in the game again, but I'm not sure. With 4 fouls, Colby Robertson also with 4 fouls. Should be very interesting. And correction on the leading scorer for the Titans. Lewis Siegfried actually has 10 points. Is leading Nolan Hurt by 1 now. Fourth quarter getting ready here. Siegfried's going to pass it in, and we're underway. Gavin Grohouse bringing it up the ball. Guarded by Colby Robertson. Gives it to Cooper Knowles. Back in the game. Hand off to Gage Scott. Haven't seen a lot of scoring from him here today. Siegfried, three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound. Knowles back to Hurt. Pump fake. Tried to get Kerfman jumping. He's going to shoot it this time. That's going to be short. Tip back out to him. Gives it to the corner. Swinging around. Lewis Siegfried drives. And they're going to call another charge foul against Lewis Siegfried. That'll be his 4th foul. 48-30. First team foul there for the Titans on the charge.
That's another example of not needing to be set to get the charge. You have to be a straight plane. And Siegfried tried to jump stop, but he jumped into
the person
and stopped, and that drew the charge.
Hunter Froman getting ready to come in, most likely for Siegfried, who has 4 fouls. Kerfman with the ball, bounce pass into the lane. This is Sparks with the shot. Nice shot over the arm of Cooper Knowles. Sparks gets his first points of the game with that bucket. Grohouse with it. Siegfried, he's going to try a three-pointer, knocks it down. 13 points. LJ Insurance three-pointer for Lewis Siegfried. 51-32. They're up 19. Trying to extend their lead here. 6:53 on the clock. Colby Robertson with it. Guarded by Grohouse. Drives into the lane. Blocked by Cooper Knowles. Now Nolan Hurt with it. Gives it up to Lewis Siegfried. He's going to save it in the corner. Back up to Hurt. They're slowing it back down. Not worrying about the fast break points. Hurt with it. Little hesitation move. Corner 3. Lewis Siegfried long. Airballed. No good from Siegfried. He's made 3 on the day. Kerfman gives it back to Wesley Robertson. Wesley Robertson and Colby Robertson both have 4 fouls as of right now. Colby Robertson up top, guarded by Gage Scott. Swings it over. Tipped by Lewis Siegfried, then by Wesley Robertson. That's going to be a turnover. Reshoot comes into the game for Ethan Carlisle.
That's just bad luck for Wesley Robertson. He had already had his hand out there, and when Siegfried Tuddock got a hand on it, it bounced up above but went right off his thumb.
Turnover on the Chargers. Lewis Siegfried takes a seat. Hunter Froman comes in. Switching length with length out there. Deep three, Gage Scott, no good. Offensive rebound, Hunter Froman getting active. Trying to get it out. Gets it out to Nolan Hurt. He's going to take the three-pointer instead. No good. Offensive rebound again. They're going to call it over the back against
Grodehouse.
It's got to be against Grodehouse.
Grodehouse went up, but the problem was he went way over and was on top of and pushed Robertson. He had a chance to get up and get it, but he didn't wait for it to get to him.
Robertson did a good job boxing out there. Now with the ball, Reshoop. He's going to get double-teamed here. Gives it over the middle. Wesley Robertson drive. They're going to call a charge. That's his 5th foul. And Wesley Robertson is out of the game on a charge call.
You got to, whether you like that call or not, he went in kind of haphazardly, and they've been calling a lot of charges tonight. And when you have 4 fouls, you have to be careful about that. You have to understand that. And here in an early season tournament, maybe you aren't ready for it, but Stroman looked at the 3. And you just have to make sure you take care of what is important, and that's you staying on the floor.
Three-pointer, Gage Scott, LJ Insurance 3. Big for the Titans there. He scores for the first time since the first quarter. He's got 8 points on the game now. Drive here. They're going to call a foul.
Froman, I think.
Be on Froman, Cooper Knowles, or it's on Gage Scott. No, it's on Cooper Knowles. His 3rd foul of the game. Team 3rd. 5:14 on the clock. 54-32 the score. Reshoop at the line for 2. Shot is up and good. Reshoop gets his first points since the second quarter. Second free throw up, no good. Defensive rebound, strong defensive rebound by Grotehouse. No look pass over to the corner. Gage Scott trying to get another one, no good. Defensive rebound here, number 20, that's Sparks. Bringing up the ball is Colby Robertson. Good move, puts Hunter Froman on the floor.
Even better
and an
pass.
and one to Rankin. He's going to the line for the and one opportunity. Great pass there. That foul against Cooper Knowles, his 4th, team 4th. Cooper Shaw comes in for Cooper Knowles. Rankin at the line for the and one. Shot is up and good. Titans now with the ball. Still up 18. They give it over to Grotehouse. Grotehouse drives, layup, no good, rolls out of the rim somehow. Jump ball.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, my bad.
Off of Illini West, it'll stay with the Titans.
Hurt going to be passing in. Good job faking. Got Colby Robertson go over top. Over the corner now, Hurt.
And their hands and bodies are all over. And there's, Kerfman's going to pick up the foul there. You almost, you're sitting here watching this and you're just waiting for a whistle.
You're waiting for a foul call, yeah.
They let it go and they let it go until they think they can't let it go anymore. And then they blow the whistle. And I don't.
Good cut, Cooper Shaw, 2 points. That was quick. Cooper Shaw, first points of the game there. Really nice backdoor cut. We haven't really been talking about it at all. The Titans, again, we said yesterday, missing their key player, and a key player in Nolan Gooding. He can jump out of the roof, as I said yesterday. Really good steal by Hunter Froman. Doesn't save it in time. Nolan Gooding, really athletic player out there. Their center.
Colby Robertson just said, look at my arm. I got the red mark down my arm to prove how clean that was.
I believe it'll be at least a week and a half. I was overhearing Nolan Gooding talking. It'll be at least a week and a half until he's back here for the Titans.
Sometimes playing without your best player makes you better.
That is very true. Carter Barnes with the ball, guarded by Colby Robertson. Now Shoop with it. Gives it down low. Nice feed to Sparks. Sparks and one. Continuation foul. He gets the bucket. going to the line for another. Sparks has 4 points now, trying to get 5 here in the quarter. Who was that foul on again?
Cooper Shaw.
Cooper Shaw gets his first foul of the game. Lou Siegfried comes back in.
And Crowley came back in also.
Jordan Crowley, 1 foul, no points so far today.
But he made himself into the book.
He did make himself into the book. Lewis Siegfried with the ball, bringing it up the court. Chargers in bonus.
Our friend Kenny Suter, who does a lot of games with us, that's how he always tried to get in the book, was a foul, because he didn't think he could score. So he just went out and fouled somebody to make sure he got credit for being in the game.
That's one way to do it. Colby Robertson, nice drive. They're going to call a foul here against Cooper Shaw again. It'll be his second. Chargers in bonus. He's heading to the line for 2 shots. 3:39 on the clock here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Home of the Spartans.
This is one of the best gyms in Central Illinois, or all the state of Illinois, really.
Do you like the
I like the sunken gym thing.
Hamilton, Illinois has got a sunken gym to it too, but
Dallas City's used to be awesome too.
Dallas
City's gym was phenomenal, and a water leak ruined it.
the make there by Colby Robertson. He missed the first one.
And Kerfman's going to pick up a foul, I do believe.
That'll be Kerfman's second if it is against him.
You know the best part about this official right here just called that foul? I was talking to Adam Morrow, who's one of the other officials, and this official looks out. We're standing over there by where their locker room is talking, and he looks out the back door and he says, I'm trying to decide if I want to move my truck over here. I said, well, you can sneak out a lot easier, and they're going to call a charge. Yep.
That's against Carter Barnes here.
And I said, well, you can sneak out a lot easier. And he looks at me and goes, yeah, I'm going to go to the hospitality room and get food when I'm done, so the truck will be closer to the hospitality room if I leave it over where it's at. I said, that is a referee after my own heart right there.
Colby Robertson bringing up the ball. Good handles against Jordan Crowley. He knows what he's here for.
That's right. Do a couple games and go to the hospitality room.
Nice little scoop and score from Colin Kerfman. His first points of the game.
15-point game. Still time to make a run here for Illini West, even without Wesley Robertson on the floor.
3 minutes left. Carter Barnes with it. Jump stop, corner pass, Gage Scott. Thought about the skip pass, no good. That's going to be a foul against Reese Shoup there. That'll be his fourth foul. Reese Shoup and Colby Robertson both have 4 fouls as of right now. Lewis Siegfried and Cooper Knowles both have 4 as well.
So they'll all be in bonus the rest of the way now.
Siegfried going to be bringing it up. I believe Siegfried has 2 charge fouls against him here today. That pass by Jordan Crowley, almost over the back. Good save by Lewis Siegfried. Kicks it back out. Carter Barnes, he's going to take the 3, and it's good. Carter Barnes, LJ Insurance 3. Falls down. He has 5 points now in the game after that 3-pointer.
I thought I heard a whistle. Oh, what a pass.
Good pass. Carter Barnes trips over, falls to the floor. Steven Sparks gets 2 points. He has 6 here in this quarter, 6 on the game. Carter Barnes in the corner. He's getting doubled. Dribbles around baseline. Kicks it out. Siegfried, he's going to stroke that 3-pointer. No good. A little deep. Saved by Carter Barnes. Kicks it back out. Siegfried. Siegfried down to Shaw. Shaw can't really get anything.
Open, I think. He just couldn't get it to him.
Siegfried in the corner. He's going to take another 3. Misses. Rebound. Colby Robertson tipped away. Jordan Crowley. He's going to get the open layup. No good. No backboard used on that one.
I thought he was going to try and dunk it.
He set up like he was
set
gonna.
up and went up with both hands like he was going to try and dunk it. I'm like, does he know something I don't know?
Foul against Carter Barnes, his third. He
totally went up like he was going to dunk it.
I didn't think. When I was watching it, I was like, I've never seen videos of this kid dunking before, but maybe he has a vertical out of the roof.
Yeah, he'd have to have a 38-inch vertical to dunk, I think.
First free throw by Reese Shoup is good.
More power to him if he could, but that's why he went up.
It's not impossible. I mean,
I saw him go up like that, and I looked at him and I was like, there's no way.
Second one falls in as well.
The rims are a little kinder tonight.
I think they've loosened them up a little bit with how many free throws have been going around.
It's down 14 now.
Half the time has went off since they were down 15, though. 1:40 on the clock. Pass over to Siegfried, and they're getting into their just motion pass around the ball style of offense here. Jordan Crowley, nice little baseline drive. Siegfried fakes it, drives in, shot, good. Beautiful looking shot there by Lewis Siegfried. 15 points on the game for him. Colby Robinson has 18, leading the game as of right now. Nice little fake. What a pass down to Rankin. Colby Robertson, court vision is insane right now. Gage Scott with the ball. That's going to be a carry right there. Kind of lost control as he went up with it. They're only down 14, a minute left.
Keep your hand on top of it, but you can't let the ball get above your hand and go, oh, I got to keep my hand on top, and that's what happened right there.
1:03 on the clock.
I was making hand demonstrations for you folks at home that couldn't see it.
In case you couldn't see, if you could hear the hand gestures,
you would have understood better.
You would understand the illustrations he was giving. 50 seconds now on the clock. Kerfman with it. He's going to take a nice little mid-range jumper, falls in. They're going to call timeout. It's not over till it's over. They're down 11, 12 points. 43 seconds.
Good thing you're in broadcasting. Your math skills aren't
my
very good.
math earlier, again, Common Core math was not a thing. The park test that we did in elementary school, I did not take it.
It was not a good thing. Is that what you're saying?
It was not good. You know those a little around the world thing when you were a kid where they'd ask quick math questions? Well, I'm what you call never stood up. I never got a question right.
You never changed desks. Is that
Never moved desks, that's for sure. The teachers just stared at me blankly, wondering what I would do with my life. Here I am with Mr. Dwayne Hulett commentating some basketball games for y'all.
Thankfully, we don't need math very often.
That's what our education is for. Count with my fingers and my toes if I need to go over 10.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Coming out of the timeout, 61-49. Both teams going to be in the bonus next time they foul. 43 seconds.
It'll take a comeback of historic proportions, down 11 here, but or down 12. I see you got me doing it.
There was a man by the name of Tracy McGrady, a while ago. That was the NBA, however. And
they just throw a turnover away.
Turnover here.
4-on-1, and they throw it right back away.
Hit Cooper Shaw right in the face. Fast break here. Jordan Crowley going to bring it out. He goes in. Kick it out to Siegfried. Tipped away. Kerfman's going to take it. 25 seconds. He's going to go up. Good job by Lewis Siegfried not to get too aggressive there.
Down by 10.
Down by 10. Give it up to Gage Scott. Skip pass over to Jordan Crowley. Up to Carter Barnes. And it's all but over now. 10 seconds.
They're going to let it go.
Siegfried drives around, dribbling around. And that'll be it, folks. 61-51, the final score here. As the Titans get the win. Spartans gave a last-second shot there. Titans get the win, 61-51. They're 2-0 here in the tournament so far, along with the Illini Bluffs. Next matchup is the 1-0 Macomb Bombers versus the 0-1 BPC Spartans. Had to think about that for a second.
Are you sure on that?
0-1, yeah, I said it right.
Yeah, you did. I was just giving you a hard time. I'll tell you what, maybe Coach Dahl will come over and talk to us. Not real sure if he will or not, but if so, we'll kind of have him at the beginning of the game probably. If he gets over here early, we'll bring him on. But you got to give Illini West credit. They were down by 21 in the fourth quarter and cut it to 10. And if they'd have taken care of the basketball in a few spots, they might have had it less than that.
Started out 48-30 at the start of the third. It was a much closer game, only 6-point deficit at halftime.
Yeah, it was the third quarter that got Illini West for sure. Well, that'll do it for game number 5. It's game number 2 of night number 2 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. So for Luke Little, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in the next stream with Macomb and BPC in just a few minutes.